One of the reasons that I left the left is because I started recognizing that there was no room at all for individuality of thought or intellectual disagreement. The first time that this was made kind of apparent to me was when I was still a Democrat, but COVID happened and I was pregnant during this pandemic. And as for me and my house, we were very clearly not going to be taking the required medication. And I didn't realize that that was going to be so controversial for me to say that I'm making a personal decision. You should be able to make your personal decision, and nobody should be able to tell you what you can and can't do or what you have to do. And the hate that I got, the messages, if you could read them, the hate that I got over my decision to not take that medication for me and my family was far worse and far meaner than anything that I've gotten since I've come out as a conservative. And that's when I recognized that you had to be all or nothing. And then I started seeing it in other things, like even when I've talked about government assistance, I want to talk about, compassion, but I also want to talk about personal accountability and making sure that people have a path to get off of government assistance and out of government housing so that they can live by their own means and by their own merit and by their own hard work. And I just don't think that that is a terrible conversation to have. But I am told that I hate poor people and I don't care about people who have had hard lives when I talk about the combination of accountability and compassion. The same with the trans movement. I feel like you should be able to say, let's let people be called what they want to be called. Let's let people wear what they want to wear, but let's leave children alone and let's make sure that women's spaces can be sacred for safety purposes. Nope, immediately a transphobe. And I just think that you are emotionally manipulating people into submission if they can't have personal feelings and their own nuanced opinion on certain topics because you're just immediately called an ism or a phobe if you don't 100% subscribe to whatever the left tells you that you're supposed to believe. And I think that that's why a lot of people have left the left, not because they have gotten less compassionate or less empathetic or less kind, but because they've recognized that there's no ability to have nuance. There's no ability to have common sense anymore. You agree with it all or you gotta go. And that's why so many people are leaving.